we don't really have like anything to do with that, you know. We're just creating content and that's it, you know, like. And my question basically is this, right? YouTube creators, uh, YouTube content creators are earning money for YouTube. What exactly like YouTube staff or employees are doing? What are you doing? I mean, like, is it like so like is it like so hard, or is it like what exactly are you doing? I mean, like, if there would not be ads, right, which you benefit from the most, right? The YouTube is benefiting from that the most, and content creators not as much, but they do benefit from that, right? And only those, by the way, that like have like have met the criteria and have their like channel monetized, right, or whatever, like certain videos. So I mean, and everyone else is just like earning you shit for free, you know, without actually getting anything. What? I mean, that's really interesting. Okay, so if there wouldn't be any ads, what do you, I mean, why do you need even like, why do you need like fucking employees at YouTube? Okay, or like subscriptions, you know, subscriptions is like, is the content creator like getting, you know, is a content creator, right? How much content a content creator on YouTube is getting out of like a subscription, a paid subscription? Do content creators get all of the sub money on YouTube? Revenue from YouTube Premium membership fees is distributed video creator based on how much members watch your content. Oh, really? So again, right? Like it's a membership, and I mean, YouTube is getting something out of this. I mean, so if there wouldn't be like a membership, there wouldn't be any ads. What exactly is YouTube really doing? You know, like YouTube employees, or like, what are you doing, you know, with this platform? How are you like bettering it or anything like that, you know? And how are you like, it's like you're claiming credits because I mean, you're getting like most of the rewards. It's like you're claiming credits for the shit that you haven't done. I mean, it's not your content, not really your content. Just because you say that because, oh, you're putting out a video on our platform, that's like, you know, that's like our video or whatever. I mean, just because you have like a scummy, some kind of, you know, terms of service or whatever, it doesn't mean that like somehow like the content that you've created is not yours. Like, what are you talking about? So, yeah, this is kind of stupid that these motherfuckers, you know, act somehow that like, oh, you know, like that the platform is just, it's not like, you know, it can function with mostly without you, you know, motherfuckers. All right, you don't need that many employees at YouTube for YouTube to function. And yet at the same time, you know, like all these like content creators, they're the ones who are earning money. They're earning you money, and yet you're not really doing anything for the content creator. You're not really paying money, like you're not specifically paying to like content creators, right? Like they're making content and YouTube is not paying them money. If you would say like, oh, well, there's like subscriptions or membership or whatever, you know, like YouTube is getting like a cut or whatever. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not YouTube's money. It's not YouTube's money. YouTube is not paying you to make content and put on YouTube. they're not paying you jack shit. Same with like fucking ads. They just give you a portion of the money that they receive, but it's not their money. And even the fact that like, you know, it's not like they're running ads on some on like on their channel or like somewhere else, or like basically like the ads are run on your channel, on your videos. So basically they don't do any of the work and they don't pay you. They just give you a part of the money that was given to them. Same with the memberships. It's not their money, it's the viewer money. The viewers like, you know, buy a membership or whatever, and they're getting like a part of it, and you're getting a part of it. But YouTube is not really paying you. So they're more or less they're doing jack shit for you, you know, and that's the thing, you know, like how many YouTubers, you know, YouTube content creators are not really like earning much or anything at all, right? And how much these motherfuckers are getting out of like all those like millions, maybe even like billions of people who are actually not earning that much on YouTube, and they don't have like, you know, 100,000 subscribers, 200,000, million subscribers. Like basically like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's like with Twitch streaming, you know, like how many people actually there are with like, you know, 1-2 viewers. There's like thousands of them, you know, like hundreds of thousands of them probably, you know. While at the same time, you know, you were talking about like people who are actually, you know, like earning on Twitch. I mean, I can't say that it's a handful, but it's like such a small fraction of all of the streamers, you know, all of the existing streamers, right, on Twitch. So yeah, you know, YouTube does nothing for you. You know, it's just a leech. It's a parasite. They're disgusting. They're telling you, you know, like that's the thing. Like they want to run ads and they get like so much money because they're running ads, you know, on your channels and your videos, you know. And that's the thing, you know, like you're not even, it's not like you're getting like some kind of like 90%, you know, of ad revenue or whatever, and they're getting just a little bit, you know, right? And that somehow, you know, would like incentivize you to, well, basically behave in a manner that they want you to behave, to not say like certain words, to not like talk about certain topics, etc. Blah blah blah. You know, all that kind of stuff. Or like, you know, if you click like, oh yeah, you know, like this video, or like, I mean, this channel is like meant for kids, etc. So they're also like expecting your content to be, you know, without any kind of shit that like kids, you know, are prohibited to watch or whatever, you know, to not like traumatize them or whatever, right? So, I mean, it's not that kind of situation. Like how how much YouTube is getting out of ad revenues. YouTube Lite, blah 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 blah. YouTube keep from ad revenue. Creators can earn 12 per 1,000 views, or approximately per view on YouTube. Advertised by YouTube keeps 45% of the ad revenue, and creators get the remaining 55%. YouTube keeps 45% of the ad revenue, and creators get the remaining 55% from the platform. Well, that's the thing. Like when YouTube like agrees that like a certain ad will run on it, they already have like probably an agreement like where the one that wants to, you know, have like ads, obviously, run on YouTube, I mean, they're already paying YouTube. And then we're already like talking about like ad revenue based on how many people like engaged with the ad or whatever, or they viewed the ad and all that stuff, right? So it's not like, they just agreed and like, oh, hey, if there's not going to be any views, then you don't have to pay us anything, YouTube doesn't, there's no such scenario, where YouTube is not paid anything for your ads to be run on YouTube. That's not the case. So it's like, they're getting most of the shits, and at the same time, like they're not paying YouTube content creators anything. I don't know, like, and that's the thing, like, work is being done, people are watching some videos. I mean, it doesn't matter like if like, a video got like only like 2,000 views or 10,000 views. I mean, it doesn't matter. But like somehow like you're still not really like paying for that. Either much or anything at all. Oh, like a person is not like, he doesn't yet have like 1,000 subscribers or whatever. I mean, Christ, what are you talking about? Again, the content that we're creating, it's not your content. It's not your content. You're not really doing anything. The ads are not run somewhere on YouTube, whatever, like, on their like fucking channel. It's not like TV or anything like that. No, it's run on people's fucking like on their shit, on their channels, on their YouTube videos. Not only it's like fucking annoying to watch, right? Because it's just like, it's useless information. I'm not kidding you. Like 99.9% of ads that I've seen are literally useless to me. It's like personalized ads or not personalized ads. They were always shits. They were never like, there was never anything that like I saw an ad and I'm like, oh wow. What? I literally don't care about it. Yes, somebody obviously like, like goes and buys something because he's seen an ad. But that's the thing, like, like, why? Because yeah, it's like for everyone to see, just because like these like, certain people like go and buy shit because they saw an ad. But in reality, like, I don't want to watch this and I don't want to waste my time. And that's the thing, it's like, oh hey, somebody says like, I remember like this shit, like when people talked about it, like, oh hey, like if on TV, right, you're watching all kinds of channels, if there wouldn't be any like ads, then you wouldn't be able to watch TV. But we're already paying for cable or whatever. I mean, we're already paying to watch it, so what are you on about? I mean, you're asking us to pay. We've paid. Why do we have to watch ads? I mean, and yeah, it's not the same as TV. You're just like paying for all the shit. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, this YouTube garbage, it's insane. They literally do none of the work. They don't pay the content creators, and that's the thing. I don't have to watch an ad on YouTube. Like, why YouTube is telling me to watch an ad, and not necessarily the content creator. Sometimes, right? Like sometimes, like content creators, they have like a sponsor, right? And or some kind of like, basically like they're like sponsoring some kind of like I mean, they're being sponsored, they're being asked to advertise some kind of product, and they do that, I mean, that's like one thing. But the other thing is like, oh, I'm trying to watch like a video, and on this person's like YouTube video, you know, like to even watch it, I'm going through ads, and then there are like markers, and as soon as like it hits like a marker, you know, on some YouTube videos, an ad is gonna be run. I mean, YouTube is not the same as TV, right? Again, content creators, they're the ones who made the videos, so YouTube doesn't really have to do anything with it. And just because if there wouldn't be any ads, it wouldn't be like, oh, it wouldn't be possible for all of this content to be, you know, on YouTube, on the platform, for everyone to watch. Because that's exactly what we had before. You know, we, like, YouTube was literally without ads, and we just watched videos. That's it. Like, what are you talking about? And either way, like, YouTube is a parasite. Like, I mean, these motherfuckers are like parasites. It's like they've done like literally nothing. They're doing nothing. They're not necessarily like bettering the goddamn platform. YouTube streaming is like shits in, not in a way like, not in a matter of quality, but it's just not good. Like how people like just basically like how people are like searching for streams, all that stuff. It really hasn't changed over the years. It's the same fucking story. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter what I stream. People just don't really see my stream. There's just nothing there. I mean, yeah. I remember even like 4 years ago, I was like streaming on YouTube, and like maybe like once in a week there was like a person somehow he has found my stream. Like, what? I mean, Twitch is definitely doing like a better job than YouTube, but that's the thing. Like this is a thing for years. Hasn't changed for years. So, like, what's the problem? They're not really doing anything with the platform. They're not paying the content creators. You know, they're getting the most out of all of this, even though like people work for them. Right? They're the ones earning the money. You know, and the viewers need to suffer through the ads and all that shit. Like, but YouTube doesn't really, you know, pay anyone anything out of their own pocket. It's like you're just taking other people's money, you know, that was given to you for memberships or because they want to run ads there, and you're just taking that, you know, and you're not just giving that, like just passing it on or most of it. No, you're like, oh, we're gonna like take a part of it, etc., etc. I mean, you don't really do anything. You're shits. You're a parasite. The platform can literally be run without like most of the fucking employees on YouTube. I mean, as long as the servers are running, yes, of course there can be problems. But more than like tech support, who else do we need? Like, I mean, of course there are all kinds of situations and like some kind of like fucking, not necessarily drama, but something like illegal happening on, you know, on YouTube, or when people like are suing each other and all that shit. But I mean, it's not like YouTube like directly participates in like some kind of like, oh hey, you know, this person like sued another person. It doesn't like, it's not like YouTube directly participates in that, right? I mean, they are involved in to a certain degree, but like, And again, it's not like they're sitting, right, and policing everything that's happening on YouTube. It's not like they're like there's like hundreds or thousands of people that are constantly like checking streams and fucking YouTube videos and like basically like flagging all of the like bad shit that's like being shown on YouTube, right? They're not really doing that. They're not really policing. They're not really monitoring, monitoring. Somehow I can't pronounce that. Um, so I don't know. All I want to say, it's like it's not like, oh hey, like give me all the money that you've earned YouTube or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's kind of funny to see and weird, and it's like, and it's borderline crazy that like all of these YouTube content creators, there's just this platform, and it existed like and I mean it exists already for so many years, right? And there at a certain point there weren't any ads, there weren't any like memberships, anything like that, and content creators, I mean they were still like putting out like content for everyone to watch, and you don't own that content. I mean YouTube, you didn't create that content, people did. You're not it's not like you're running ads, you know and somehow earning that ad revenue. No, it's like a person creates a YouTube, like a video, fucking uploads it to YouTube, and the ads are run on his like video. So you're not really doing anything. You're it's like, yeah. So what I do want to see, it's like I just want to see them gone. I don't care about you. Like YouTube is fine, but like these roaches or parasites or whatever you want to call them, or I want to call them, rather, yeah. Uh, I don't care what happens to them. I don't care for their well-being. I don't care. I don't want them to literally like exist in these like employees, and I mean all this shit. It's like they're earning all the money, and like the people are not really earning. They're not earning as much, or rather, basically they could earn more, but YouTube leeches from them, from all these content creators, and even those that aren't earning anything, because ads are still run on their on their fucking videos. I think ads can still be run there, right? I mean, yeah, it's pretty pathetic and disgusting. Same as like Twitch, it's a platform. We stream to it, and we're the ones who's streaming. We're the ones who's sitting here, talking to people, and doing all that shit, while they're still earning money somehow from our work, and you're not really doing anything. Basically, like, what I'm saying is, it's not like they're not doing anything, right? But in comparison, that how much work is done by the content creators, by streamers, in comparison to what they're doing, it's like a percent of a percent or a percent or a percent or a percent, and then everything is just, all the work is done by the content creators and, streamers. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do know. It's disgusting. It's annoying. It's like, oh hey, I have a platform. I let people use it. but I'm gonna, they're gonna like post videos, and I'm not gonna do shit, but I'm gonna get credit for it, and getting like rewards for it, you know, getting money out of like the work that you haven't done, but I mean, basically, it's like if they wouldn't get like practically anything out of it or whatever, then basically they're not, you can say that they're not getting credit for it, right? But because they are getting money out of it, because that's how they're earning money. And that's the thing, it's not like the employees are earning this money, right? The employees of YouTube. I mean, they are, but like what they're earning is their salary. But I mean, I guess like it's just like either a group of people or a person in question who actually, earns all of that money while not owning any of the contents. He didn't make any of this, he didn't do any of the work, and yet, he gets all of it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just whatever. It's just shit. It's just shit. It's annoying to see, and it's also annoying to see that like just these like platforms are not paying anything to content creators. People are like creating content, and they're not really the ones that are like supporting. They're just like, oh hey, like yeah, oh you're doing great, right? You have like this amount of like followers or like this amount of like fucking subscribers. You have like so many views, and now we can start like leeching from you. It's not like they're like paying you a salary and you're earning from the ad revenue and you're also like earning from the memberships. It's not like that at all, you know. They're not paying you shit out of their own pocket. They're just like, oh hey, there's some money that we got, we can we are gonna share some of it with you. It's crazy to me. To me, it's crazy. Especially it's crazy that like people are the ones like creating content, but at the same time, these motherfuckers have like all of these like fucking rules about like how people should behave, what content they can create, what can they create, the copyright fucking nonsense. It's just annoying through and through. Especially how Twitch, by the way, like changed, but that's something to talk about on another day. Either way, guys, this was basically a rant for about like nothing new. Cheers.